What was Coach Brooks doing the last time the Wizards the Bullets won 50 games in the late 70s?
78, wasn't it?
Yep.
Man, what was I doing? I was in the, 7th grade? Probably getting into trouble.
Yeah.
When did you actually break out as a baller? Like, being a smaller guy, I'm sure you weren't like on everybody's. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you were some highly recruited kid. But like, when did you break out and everybody said, "Wait a second, this guy maybe could play at the next level," that sort of thing? When did you break out?
I don't know. Did I ever break out?
Right.
Right. I was 4'11", 103 pounds entering my freshman year in high school.
Jesus.
You weren't even 5 feet tall? That's amazing.
No, I was 4'11", and I grew. That year, I grew over. My sophomore year, I was 5'7".
Wow.
So I was thinking, wow, man, maybe next year I'll be 6'4".
Right.
Never happened.
So
Never happened.
what was your trajectory? I assume it was more traditional. Did you have like a freshman team and the JV and then varsity, that sort of thing?
Yeah, we had a freshman team, JV and varsity. I played on the freshman team. I thought I was good enough to play varsity, but my
Right.
coach was he's a traditionalist, that he didn't not want to move anybody up. And in the sophomore year, he moved me up during the playoffs in the varsity, and then the varsity, my last 2 years, I played well.
Nice.
So when did you know you were a D1 player? Junior year?
No, middle of my senior year.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So were you going to play?
I mean, I wasn't highly recruited. I only had one offered, and that was to TCU, and that was because one of the former coaches at TCU was coaching at a local high school, so he recommended me to the head coach.
Right.
Sight unseen, he gave me a scholarship.
Wow.
And then what was it like? Jason played basketball at Richmond, and Jason played at DeMatha. And Jason, I don't know if you said this on air. He probably has. But Jason said, Jason was great at DeMatha, but he went to Richmond and he's like, man, these guys are good.
It's a
you know what I
different
mean?
world.
It's a different level. Did you feel that way, or did you feel like you fit in right away?
No, I felt that these guys were good. They're big, they're strong, they're quicker. But, it gave me, it motivated me to be a better player. But there's definitely Division One, if you get any scholarship on any level and you continue to play basketball on any level, it's pretty remarkable. There's only a few players that do it after high school.
Right. Coach, we had Patrick Ewing on the show yesterday. We were excited. We had him before the press conference and everything, and he was great. And I just wanted to know, sort of get your take. I don't know if you've coached with Patrick. I'm sure you've had interactions with him. Yeah, you played with him. So give us a little insight in the challenges that he's going to face. We think it was been long overdue. Should have had an NBA job by now, but kind of out of nowhere, this job opens up and he takes it. And we're cautiously optimistic for the guy. Seems like a great fit. What do you think Georgetown fans can look forward to, and how well do you think this will work out for him?
I have the utmost respect for him. I've played with him for over a year, and just the way he prepared, he was one of the most consistent players I've ever been. Before the game, studying the game, for a star. I mean, he was a star of stars, a 10, 12, I don't even know how many years did he make the All-Star team. But for a guy that level, usually you don't get into coaching, one.
Right.
And if you do get into coaching, you don't start at the bottom and just continue to move up. And he has been an assistant, a third assistant, second assistant. His last job was associate head coach, and that's not common for a star player. And for him to do that tells you how much he loves the game and how much he wants to be a part of the game. But I think that's a great fit. Obviously, his history at Georgetown, I can't wait for him to start, and I expect big things. I expect them to be back where they need to be, and I think he's a perfect leader for that team.
Defensively, you had some issues out west when you gave up 133 and 139. I know that's something you've been trying to focus on. Yeah, right. I know you've been trying to focus on that the last few weeks here leading up to the playoffs. What did you notice about those two games in particular? Were your guys tired? Just no effort there? What do you think that was? Because that meant a lot of points to give up.
Well, Golden State, they're you have to be on point every possession, and you got to be on both ends of the court, because every turnover leads to a wide open three. And, we didn't play well. We did not play well. We came back and made it a little bit of a game in the second half with our bench coming in playing well. But we have to be a better defensive team. Going into March, 12 out of 18 on the road, 4 out of 5 in one stretch, and I think 6 back-to-backs. We knew that was going to be a challenge towards the end of the month, and I don't know if we were tired. We were tired of being on the road, but it's going to be nice to get back home and start the playoffs soon. But we have to be a better defensive team. Because we're one of the best teams in the league. I think we're second or third behind the Warriors. If we get a stop, we score in transition as well as anybody in the league.